Hey folks, and welcome to the latest video in the Rhapsody Power Pack series. I'm Andy Lapping, and in this video I'll show you the Graphical Property Editor. Now this helper is all about manipulating the graphical properties of model elements, from the colours and fonts to the coordinates. Now some of this you can do directly in the Rhapsody UI, albeit spread across different dialogs. For example, if I wanted to change the colour of all of these blocks on this diagram, then I'd first select one of the blocks, and then I'll use the menu Edit, Select Same Type to select all of them. And then any changes I make using the formatting toolbar up here will apply to all of them. If I wanted to hide the stereotype, then I'd first select them all in the same way, and then I'd right-click one of them and select Display Options, and then here we can clear the Show Stereotype checkbox. If I wanted to switch them between Structured and Specification view, well, that's in a different place again. That's a button up here on the Zoom toolbar. The Graphical Property Editor makes all of that a little more convenient by gathering all of those various properties into one place. Now I can run it on a single element, or I can run it on multiple elements or on the entire diagram. Let's run it on the diagram by right-clicking the background and selecting Power Pack, Diagram Tools, Graphical Property Editor. Now all of the elements on the diagram are listed on the left. I can select any one of them to see all of its current graphical properties, as well as the model element it represents. Now I can change one element by simply changing any of the properties on these tabs. For example, let's colour the distiller here using a different colour, let's use blue. To apply changes to multiple elements, then I select Apply to All. Now to apply the changes to only some of the elements here in this list, I can apply a regular expression to filter that list. For example, let's type call in here. Now, any changes we make will only apply to the callouts on the diagram. Let's change all of their fill colours. And while we're here, let's change all of their fonts as well. Now, any changes made by that editor go into the Rhapsody undo buffer, so I can undo those changes here using the edit menu. Now, some graphical changes are not so easy inside Rhapsody. For example, here on this activity diagram, what if I wanted to align these elements? If I select all of them, well, the alignment toolbars are grayed out. And that's because Rhapsody doesn't support alignment for edges, only for nodes. I can multiple select the nodes, and then I can align those, but now the edges are still not aligned. Let's run the Power Pack Graphical Property Editor on the edges. Now we could open it on the diagram and apply a filter as we did before, but instead, let's first multi-select those edges. Now note that the alignment tools are still grayed out. Rhapsody won't let us align them, but the Power Pack will. Let's invoke the Graphical Property Editor on our current selection. Here on the Coordinates tab, we can see the coordinates for all of the flows, and we can modify them as well. Since we ran the tool on a multiple selection, Apply to All is automatically selected. Control Flow 0 has a source X position of 116 and a target X position of 120. Control Flow 1 has different values, as does Control Flow 2. Let's change that by typing 120 into the source X and hitting Enter, and then 120 into the Y and again hitting Enter. That will apply to all of the flows, aligning them nicely. Well, that's it for this video. Over the course of the series, we'll explore the rest of the Rhapsody Power Pack features that will greatly improve your Rhapsody user experience. So please do subscribe if you want to be notified as those videos get published. But for now, thanks for watching.